of the 75 reset, I thought I was gonna film every single week of it, but I realized I think that's gonna have me feeling, I don't want it to be where I only do it because the cameras are on, or I'm only doing it because I'm filming, and that when the cameras are done in 75 days or 60 days now, that I don't have the habits in place to still keep up with it when the cameras aren't rolling. Because I have noticed filming is kind of like an accountability buddy, because you know someone is on the other side of the screen watching and paying attention to what you're doing, and you told them you're doing something, so you know it does keep you accountable. So I did my second week off camera, and I will say it was a little bit harder. I definitely find it easier to stick with everything when I know that I'm filming, especially like getting ready and everything. It's definitely easier when I'm filming, and I know I was like, oh, let's step it up a notch with like getting ready and everything, which is my plan in this video. But that is not my plan today, because I just got out of therapy, and therapy days for me are always, they're hard days. You know, my therapy is not an easy journey. I have found myself almost every single time I have a therapy call, I find myself like not wanting to do it lately. Like I'm very pessimistic about it. And then as soon as I'm done with it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so many breakthroughs. I feel so much relief. I feel so much courage and strength, and I feel proud of myself, and I feel so much hope. But yet like that build up towards it, I get so overwhelmed. And I'm currently doing with my therapist something called IFS therapy, internal family systems, which is basically instead of looking at ourselves as like one self, it's like you have your true self, which is me, like the part of me that wants the best for me, that fought through my trauma to get where I am, the part of you that's like kind, compassionate, has your big goals, all those things. And then it looks at the other parts of you instead of one big whole you, as different parts are created when you go through certain trauma in your life. So for example, one of the parts I have is a shame-filled self, where I feel like my core self, my real self, is proud of where I came from. I'm proud of myself for what I went through. I am not ashamed of my past. But there is a part of me that is the complete opposite, and there's a part of me that is ashamed of my past and is embarrassed, especially when I meet new people. And my therapist explains our brain creates those things as like a protector. Like we create these parts of ourselves when we go through trauma or like, you know, really hard experiences. I don't know if it's just through trauma or if it's like other life experiences too, but we create these parts of ourselves that protect us. So my brain wants to protect me from people that may not understand the trauma I went through, or people who may re-traumatize me. So for those people, I might like have my shame self come up. But you have to learn to like not rid yourself of the part, but let that part like process what it went through so that it can understand, yes, I can protect myself from people who might re-traumatize me or someone who might not understand me. Like you can protect yourself, but I don't have to take on that shame that I think that, you know, that they're gonna bring to me. And there's parts of you that are called exiles, the parts of you that, do you hear that motorcycle? Oh my gosh. I don't know if you heard that because I'm using my mic. What is wrong with people? I'm like 20 something stories off the ground. How do I hear that? Anyways, there's also parts of you that are exiles, that we are, you know, parts of our past that we're ashamed of, and we like hide those parts away. And it's been so interesting to learn all about this. And a lot of the parts she explained get stuck in the past because that's when they're created. So I had a fear-based part, the part of me that was afraid to take the subway by myself, the part of me that never wanted to leave my house alone, that never wanted to make friends. We do this almost like hypnotization. I think she basically hypnotizes me. Make sure you do this with a licensed therapist if you've ever been interested in this. I saw some people on, like when I was like looking at people who've gone through it, people who be like, oh yeah, I did this with a life coach. I have a life coach certification. I would never be doing this with someone. This should be with a licensed therapist. But anyway, she basically, I think, kind of hypnotizes me. It might not be hypnotizing, but my eyes are closed. I'm like really in like this deep space. And you go and talk to that version of yourself, that part, especially if they're coming up and causing you a lot of trouble. Some parts might do good things for you, but I have one part that's like a very fear-based part that keeps me from living a lot of my life, keeps me from going out and doing things, and is overly stressed. Like I'm always afraid someone is going to hurt me, to leave the house, things like that, like I said. And you go back and you visit that part of yourself, you see like what age it is, and that was like 6 or 7 year old me. So meaning something happened when I was 6 or 7 years old that was so scary and so fearful that I created a part that was afraid to leave the house. So something must have happened when I left the house when I was younger that caused my brain to create a part of me that pops up whenever I leave the house to say, hey, this is a bad idea. But what you do is you go back and you talk to that version of yourself and you explain to them like, hey, look at where I'm actually at now. And you take that version of yourself and you show them your life now and show them how different it is and that you are safe. I think that's called unburden. You unburden that part of yourself and let it kind of be free and be released. It's very beautiful. It's hard to explain, but that's what I was doing. So whenever I have those days, I am exhausted afterwards. I am truly exhausted. I have therapy twice a week, but we only do this once a week. The other days are just more like typical therapy for like an hour where we just talk. Today we did like a drawing activity. I'll show it to you, where we drew a bridge. It's kind of cheesy, but I drew a bridge where the bridge is supposed to be my support system, who supports me. The water underneath is what I am still working to get through, which is grief and letting go from my past. And then you drew like where you came from and like how you want to visualize it. I drew at my mom's house and I drew fire because that's how I feel about it. You know, it's in the past, and the things I'm walking away from it was sadness, anger, trauma, fear, and pain. And then you draw what you need to get through this journey and you write out what it is. Mine was I need strength, courage, self-care, and to bring along my good memories and hope. And then on the other side, you put, you know, where you're going, and I put happiness, safety, joy, confidence, friendship, family, love, and success. And I put like a rainbow and, you know, and we named the bridge. I named it just the beginning. So once a week in therapy, we do really, really easy stuff like that. And then once a week, we do like a longer session. Sometimes it's an hour and a half to 2 hours where I do the internal family systems and eventually EMDR as well again. My point being, either way, I remembered where I was going with this tangent. So days like this, I'm not planning on like getting ready to the nines or anything, but I still did. I actually went ahead and did some laundry. I got dressed. I have done a lot of things today on my list. So I'm actually still doing really well on my 75 reset. I'm just not going all out like I said I was going to do this week just on today, but the other days we are. I'm actually going to be doing some really fun stuff this week. I'm going to sign myself up for some new workout classes for my movement this week. I don't want to just do my typical movement. I'm like, maybe I'll try. I've never done reformer Pilates. Maybe I'll try that. I'm a little scared, but it'll be fun. However, I noticed that I'm not feeling great after my therapy. I'm very good at talking to the camera, but I was just sitting on my phone, just kind of blah after I did laundry and stuff. So I think I'm going to take myself to go get a little drinkity drink, a little sweet treat, because Blank Street just came out with a banana bread matcha. I'm either going to love it or I'm going to hate it, and we're going to find out together. This is one of the best things I've ever tasted. Dare I say better than the Dunkin' Latte. I thought it was just gonna be like banana syrup and a matcha. No, I don't know. They must have just put like all the spices that are in banana bread along with the banana syrup, or like some kind of banana milk, because it just tastes like you're biting into a banana bread that has matcha in it. So good. Okay. I sinned last night, and I did indeed go to sleep wearing what I wore yesterday, which, I mean, isn't a crime, but I do feel like the whole purpose of intentional dressing is for me to get dressed every morning in something that isn't my pajamas. So I feel like if putting something on in the morning is different, but then I still sleep in it at night, even though it's the next night, it's still kind of the same as like if you wake up in your pajamas and wear them all day, it's kind of the same as wearing something all day and then sleeping in it. That might actually be worse. But listen, it's so soft and buttery, and we started watching The Perfect Couple, and I was like, I could just go to sleep. So I did. I even have toothpaste on it. But I need to go to Trader Joe's. I have a little extra time. We get all of our groceries somewhere else because Trader Joe's is a little far. You have to carry all your groceries home in New York. Not fun. But I like to get my lunches from Trader Joe's because they just have really easy stuff. So I'm gonna go and do that. I haven't been in a while because it's been so hot, so I'm hoping they'll have like some fun fall stuff out too. I'm thinking I'm gonna wear a dress because I want to get a little dressier today. I did my hair, did my makeup, but I don't want to wear jeans just to be walking to get groceries. I'm gonna be really honest. I'm so close to my period right now. I feel like I should go with a black one just in case. I kind of want to wear the green one though, but I'm like, what if? What if? Yeah, let's do the black. Let's play it safe. I love these dresses, but it is by far time that I get rid of them or rebuy them because these are not my size anymore. Okay, I'm gonna change. All right, dress is on. I think I'm just gonna do my Dolce Vita slides because as much as I love fall, I do love open-toed shoes, so I'm gonna wear them as long as I can. It's actually still pretty warm out. It's like 80. So it's cute. I don't know if I'm really gonna do jewelry. Might as well. I mean, you have earrings on. And then I'll add like a cute little bracelet. And then I was gonna bring my bag, but I'm gonna need to bring my reusable grocery bags instead. I'm definitely gonna need some sunglasses. Okay, I've got sunglasses and my reusable grocery bags. Noah said he thinks I should just take one, but I feel like if I go too hard and I have to carry it all like this, I'm gonna regret it. So I think two is probably smarter so I can space stuff out. Got my sunnies. I have not had any caffeine today, so I think I'm gonna grab another matcha on my way, and I will see you at Trader Joe's. I made it, barely. Thank goodness I had 2 bags. If I'd only had 1, I don't think I would have survived. When I first got my bags after he was done bagging everything, I put them on my arms. So I was like, you know what, it's a little heavy, but I can do it. 20 minutes in to my walk home, I was really starting to question everything about my decision. I need a minute. I'm just, oh, look at this. I have water here. Does anyone else, when you use like a plastic bottle, I will just reuse it for like months. Hopefully that's sanitary because I don't put it through the dishwasher. I'll just use it till I feel like it can't be used anymore so I don't feel as guilty, because I do have a ton of like reusable bottles I could bring out, and if I forget, this is how I make up for it. I think this has gone on 2 weeks. I got this at my last hair appointment. Okay, let me show you what I got. Probably not hot in here. I'm just sweating. Let's do 1 bag at a time. Oh, they are pretty heavy. Wow. Especially with a 30-minute walk. I mean, I like the walk because I get my steps in, like 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back, but towards the end with these bags, oh, my shoulders were hurting. So I did get 3. I think I got 3 different salads. This is the sweet chili mango, which is chopped veggies, sunflower seeds, quinoa, dried mango, and Thai-style sweet chili dressing. I bet that's gonna be delicious. I've never had this one before. It has carrots on it right there. Or is that a chili? I'm allergic to carrots. That's good. Salad kits. Sometimes I just deal with it. I think I'm like a slight allergic because I used to have a pretty bad reaction if when I'd have like a lot of them. We didn't know what it was. But now if there's something that has like, you know, a few carrot shreds on it, I think I'm okay with that. Then I got the Mediterranean style salad kit. This is just a red wine, vinaigrette, chickpeas, feta cheese, radish, celery, seasoned flatbread strips. I thought that'll be good. I got the broccoli and kale slaw. This one is sunflower seeds, cherries, blueberries, almonds, and a sweet creamy dressing. I got 3. 2 of them are in here. I got 3 different gnocchis. I got the cauliflower one last time. It was good, but I don't think I make it properly because it wasn't great. It was like okay. If you have a way that you like to make it, let me know. But I thought I'd try the sweet potato gnocchi. This one comes with butter and sage, so I thought maybe I'd like this. I got 2 of these. And I got 1 stuffed gnocchi with tomato sauce and mozzarella. That sounds really good. For Noah, I got him the corn tortilla, the chili and lime. They're basically like Takis. He loves those. I got a few fun things in here. Okay, and then I got this organic cold brew black tea. So it's a black tea concentrate, kind of like their coffee concentrate, but it's black tea. But I also did get 2 of them. I'm starting to realize the error of my ways because maybe my bag is so heavy because I got 2 of a lot of things. I probably could have just done 1, but I wasn't thinking. I got 2 dips as well. I got the caramelized onion dip. Noah loves this one. And of course the buffalo chicken dip. I love this one. A fun fall find. I got the maple butter. I saw someone say this tasted nothing like maple syrup, but I want to try it for myself because I'm like, the only ingredient is maple syrup. So, I mean, it's gotta be like kind of mapley. Maybe it depends what you put it in. I think that person put it in coffee. So maybe if I just put it on like, I don't know, oats or something. Like oatmeal in the morning. I did grab the s'mores ice cream. I love s'mores stuff, so I had to get this. I'm gonna put this in the freezer immediately because it's getting a little melty. Next, I got the pre-cooked boiled eggs, you know, just for laziness some days. I got an Italian style wrap. I always want to get their wraps and they're like pre-made sandwiches, but they all have carrots in them. I found this one, the Italian style one just has ham, provolone cheese, salami, soppressata with creamy mustard. So, yay. This is my other cauliflower gnocchi. For Noah and I got us one of the orange chickens. Obviously, that's a must. I got this shrimp boomba, crispy tail-off shrimp with a sweet and spicy sauce. We usually do the coconut shrimp. It was out, so I thought I would try something different, and it sounds good. I feel like nothing at Trader Joe's is ever really bad. Oh my gosh, why did I get 2 of so many things? No wonder this was so heavy. I got 2 different chicken sausages. I got the spicy Italian and the spicy jalapeno. I'm realizing I'm not gonna eat all of this in a week. This is gonna take me multiple weeks. This is like lunch food, basically. I did not need to get so much. And then of course I got like lunch stuff and a few extra things for like dinners and like fun stuff, but I'm realizing I did go a little above and beyond. Well, this is my last thing. Why was it so heavy? Maybe the frozen stuff is just extra heavy. Last, I got 2 tteokbokkis. These are the Korean spicy stir-fried rice cakes. We Love these. We usually get them at H Mart, and then we will make our own sauce with them. But I love that this comes like with the sauce and everything, so I thought we would try these because we love tteokbokki. I think it's like my favorite food, actually. There's a place in New York City called Duck Duck or something. Is it Duck Duck? Or is that somewhere else? I watched a video of like the best tteokbokkis, and I think one was called Duck Duck. There's another one that was called Witch, and it was like a tteokbokki build your own style. Either way, I'd like to go to both. So that is everything I got. I'm honestly pretty hungry now. I'm gonna make some lunch. I will say on my way there, it was actually really fun being all dressed up and everything. I had my music blasting. I went by Paris Baguette and I got myself an iced pumpkin chai, and I had my Taylor Swift playing. Kind of felt like a vibe. It actually felt like a much more enjoyable trip to the grocery store than normal. I found myself on the way there not like being like, oh, I just wish I was at home. I was enjoying my time out, so nice. And I enjoyed myself on the way home too. I think it's just the last few minutes I was starting to think, am I gonna make it or not? Look what we found! Ooh. This is the... I don't even know if you're actually excited, are you?
I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually pretty nervous.
Okay, this is the viral Dubai chocolate. They have it at Rooster really thinks this is for him. No, bud. Cannot have this. We found this at the Nuts Factory, and I was so excited because I wanted to try it.
We almost got the dark chocolate.
We almost got the dark chocolate, you're right. Is this milk chocolate?
Yeah, it's milk.
We got milk chocolate. The nice lady who worked there was like, the dark chocolate's not good, so appreciate the honesty.
It's
Ooh.
so thick.
It is really thick. It's like when you touch it though, it like instantly melts on my fingers. We've had it in the fridge because they had it in the fridge there. This was $20 for one chocolate bar, which is actually insane. Everyone I've seen with videos just like, oh my god, I can't break it. You want to do the break it in half? I can't get it. Yeah. Ooh, okay. It didn't like fall out like everyone. Ours was in the fridge. Maybe we're supposed to leave it room temperature, but. So the inside is called, it's Knafeh, right? Nafeh? I'm probably saying that wrong. I should have Googled that. I just guessed. And it is crispy pastry and sweet cheese soaked in syrup. Apparently this also has pistachio in it. Oh, someone said kunafa.
Kunafa?
Kunafa, I said nafe. Kunafa. Let's just say the Dubai chocolate, okay? But it looks interesting. Apparently it's kind of crunchy. Oh, it's hard.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, I love it. It took me a second. Oh, like it's a lot of texture.
It's not a like punch you in the face kind of
flavor.
It's
very subtle.
Very subtle.
But it's great.
Sweet. Kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like those little nougat strips they put in Twix bars, but a
like,
lot more luxury.
Luxury. It kind of reminds me of like, I'm gonna say a crunch bar. Like the texture of a crunch bar, but more crunch. But like pistachio, it's very crunchy.
The little hint of pistachio at the end. It's nice.
It looks like it'd be like a weird texture. It's a good texture. Oh, no, Rue. I'm so sorry.
I thought it was going to be like coconut stuffing.
I get what they say by like pastry. I'd say 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
I wish it wasn't $20 so we can get them more often.
I was going to say, like this or like a Tony's bar?
It's like that kind of level of good. A Tony's chocolate bar. Yum. Really, we both loved it because we thought we said we were going to eat half tonight, half later. Nothing left. It's been like 1 minute. So I've been journaling this morning and it just hit me that this 75 reset, this is healing loudly. I'm sure you've heard the term like heal loudly before, or yeah, I think people say like don't be afraid to heal out loud. I've heard that. I think there's different phases of healing, and I think there are times when we actually do need to heal quietly, calmly, gently, inward with ourselves. I think the last few years I have healed quietly. I have been a bit more isolated to myself because I'm protecting myself. I don't want anyone's outside opinion opinions or feelings getting in the way of my healing. I'm being gentle with myself, and it's a really gentle, delicate time. But I think there comes a point when you've healed enough. Think about like the butterfly reference. We all say like sometimes you have to cocoon before you butterfly. I'm realizing the healing doesn't stop. So the cocoon is healing quietly. The butterfly is healing loudly. It doesn't mean that one day you just like wake up feeling healed. It means you go from healing quietly to healing loudly. Before, my healing was all about taking the space internally to make sure I was taking care of myself, going to therapy, taking time, feeling my feelings. And now I'm realizing this 75 reset, this is me healing loudly. Healing loudly is no longer being afraid to take up space externally, putting myself in situations that I might not have felt comfortable before, getting out of my comfort zone, showing up for myself, doing the things that I know I should be doing for myself that maybe took a bit of the back burner when I was healing quietly. They took a bit of a back seat when I was going through my trauma. But now I'm showing myself that I can be in spaces maybe previously I didn't feel like I belonged. I'm noticing that through that 75 reset. Like when you go through a lot of trauma, sometimes we don't feel like getting dressed every day, going to the gym, proper hygiene, journaling. Those things just don't feel necessary all the time. It doesn't feel worthwhile, you know, especially if you struggle with your mental health or mental illness. Your brain can really convince you that those things aren't important and you have to focus on other things. But once you get to a certain point, it's like now I'm realizing, okay, I want to prioritize those things, and it feels weird and it feels hard for me. That's not my normal. For some people, it might be easier for them to do those things. My normal, I had to work a little harder to get here, but this is me healing loudly by forcing myself to show up, forcing myself to not let myself stay stuck in that healing quietly. I did it while I needed to. I cocooned when I needed to. It is okay to cocoon, but eventually you have to come out and say, okay, now I'm going to heal loudly. Now I'm going to show up as who I am. I'm proud of what I went through. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of who it made me to be. Yes, I went through those things, but it does not define me. Let me see who I am without that being such a burden on my back. All I've ever known is me with my trauma. You know, it's been such a big part of my life. It's what I went through for most of my life. And then when I finally got to a good place, my mom passed and it went right back to it. And it's now I'm learning who I am on my own without those things and seeing who am I. And it starts with the little things of getting dressed, going outside, going on solo dates, going on friend dates, and figuring out like what other things define you, because you are so much more than that. Yes, those things happen to you and it sucks, but you are also still you, and we deserve to show up for ourselves and live a life that is worthwhile no matter what we went through. And I realized that is healing loudly. This is healing loudly, which is so cool to see and to come to realize that I am healing loudly now. I am allowing myself to take up space and not be afraid to be seen and to be perceived. And that's pretty cool. I actually just did a journaling page where I wrote like what my dream day would look like. And I actually wrote down my dream life doesn't actually cost any extra money. It just costs me showing up for myself. Because my dream life for me wasn't like a bunch of material stuff. It's just me showing up and allowing myself like to step into the shoes of the person that I want to be. And I can do that. I absolutely can do that. You can absolutely do that. So cool. Such a cool way to start my day. I'm actually going to do my visualization with this in mind. I'm probably just going to close my eyes here, put on a little bit of like visualization type music, close my eyes and do it for a bit. Not for very long because I haven't gotten ready yet this morning because I am going to go to a core power, like a hot yoga in an hour. It takes like 20 minutes to get there, so I don't want to get ready before that because I turn into a literal tomato during those classes. Let me just do visualization music. Here we go. It just says, dream it, do it. Miracle music. Law of attraction awakening. I suppose we were doing this, but I'm just gonna close my eyes here. For the sake of being honest, I got my period like 2 minutes after my visualization. I brought it on myself. I look crazy. I see these people do trends. It's like trend on TikTok. It's like me like during my luteal phase like versus me now. Mine is always like the day I start my period, I look like a different person. I can always tell I look so tired. My skin looks like just like dry and unhappy and I'm breaking out. It's always like the day that I start. And I should have known because I woke up this morning. I was like, wow, I look I look something else. Also, I think it's time to get my highlights brought up a little bit. Okay, there's a few things going on here, but anyways, in the sake of honesty, the workout did not happen. I canceled my yoga. Obviously, I don't want to be in a hot studio the very first day. I don't know. Maybe it'd be good for like cramps and stuff. I didn't want to. Instead, I've been in bed I did a bunch of like catch-up stuff that I had to do, some emails and stuff. I got offered a job to be the face of another company's social media. I'm not allowed to, I had to sign like an NDA to see if it's gonna happen and stuff. If it does happen, then I can tell you. And if it doesn't happen, I think then I might in the future be able to tell you, like once they've hired someone. I'm not sure. At the moment, I can't say who. But I had to like send in a bunch of stuff because I'm not sure if I want to do it or not, but I want a lot of info. I would just be going into a studio like twice a week and like recording with them. And it's a pretty big company. And I'm like, that would be really cool. It would get me out of the house more, have some structure, so I have plenty of time for my own work. But I don't know. I was doing some of that stuff. And then I've just been in bed reading a novel love story. And then I also discovered a new YouTuber that I'm now obsessed with. I've just been watching a few of her videos. I've been finding so many people I like on YouTube. Samantha Joe. And I just started watching, I watched a few of them, but now I'm watching just a vlog of a girl protecting her peace, aka baking a lot. Boo, boo, boo. And I've got my fun beverages. I've got a Zevia. I just finished it, and I got an iced tea from the Trader Joe's one I got. It's pretty good. But you know what? I think that's fine. I think we're gonna call it. I have therapy in an hour. I'm gonna feel exhausted anyways, so I think when my therapy is over, Noah will be home anyways, and he's going to the gym, so I will just go to the gym with him, and for my movement, I will just do some like light stretching or something, and then I will just shower after and call it a day. I did not get ready today, but hey, the biggest rule of the 75 reset is give yourself grace. And I think the first day of your period calls for the most grace, okay? And I would keep recording, but I don't like looking at myself right now, okay? That's just me being honest. We all have days where we're like, you know what? This is the face for a book, for like reading, not to be on camera. So I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Just kidding. I lied. I'm back. I just got out of therapy. I had a nice cry. It was a really hard session. So I got myself the Trader Joe's s'mores ice cream to try it out. And listen, I love all sugar, okay? I'm a sweets gal. This doesn't taste like s'mores though. It's really good. I would get it again. I wouldn't get it because I wanted it to taste s'mores though. Like this tastes like the filling from a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart with marshmallow and chocolate. It's very brown sugary. Is there brown sugar in this? The first ingredient, the ice cream base, like the graham cracker ice cream, is brown sugar and whole wheat flour and honey. I think that's why it's giving like Pop-Tart. Yeah, giving brown sugar Pop-Tart. It's so good. Not more. We'll do the stretch though. It was a really hard session. Oh my god. But I feel okay. I have like anxious tics sometimes. I'll make this like noise, or I'll like blink a lot when I get really, really stressed. And I've been doing that recently. And she's been trying to help me like calm them after a really hard therapy session. And I feel like it worked at least, because I don't like when I leave a session and I'm like ticking for a while, because then I just feel like extra stressed. But she has given me like a challenge every time I finish therapy to do like a child, like she calls them like childish, not like in a derogatory way. Being childish is not a negative thing, is what I'm realizing, you know, like a childish fun activity. So she wants me like to color or draw something. So I think I'm gonna color and watch. I'm so sorry. Why do I do this to you? No one wants to hear chewing on camera. I'm gonna watch either The Perfect Couple, or I think then the rest of Emily in Paris is out. One of those, and I'm gonna color until Noah gets home, and then I'm still gonna shower, I swear. But I'm still gonna try and stretch. It is really good. It's just not Pop-Tart. I mean, it's not s'mores. Either way, whatever.